Hello everyone, my name's FlareBlitzed and welcome back to the psychological horror visual novel that is Absolution. If you watched the first episode, you would know the kind of severity that comes with the game. So I would say, if you haven't watched the first episode, I'd say do that first so you can see the kind of warnings that are presented throughout the game. Now let's get back into it. Do you have more than one illness? Oh, okay, I don't think so. He seems hesitant. Something is definitely odd about him. What have we got here? His behavior doesn't let me find any questions to ask him. He seems to purposely answer in a way that doesn't give me any more information than what I ask about. It's quite bothersome. I can respond to a lot of problems, but I always have trouble handling situations like this one. Well, I have to come up with things to say and ask completely on my own. Why aren't you talking to me, Willie? I was hoping we could have a conversation to get to know each other. I'll answer your questions, but don't expect a friendly chat from me. I don't intend to get to know you. On a positive note, he spoke to me at least. This may not be as difficult as I thought it would be. Then what do you want out of these sessions? Surely there's something I can do for you. No. William, whatever you're thinking, not that, okay? You put it that way to make it seem more personal, didn't you? How many patients do you have? You're the first one. And I have 3 others throughout the day. You and 3 others. And you expect me to believe you actually care about all of us, about how we feel. That is the primary reason why I want to be a psychologist in the first place. Because I want to care and help. Help and care. I care about you all. I want to help. Make me... Well, that last one's a bit counterproductive, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that just seems very counterproductive and also stooping to his level. I want to help. That wasn't the right answer. Neither is that one. Or is that a That just sounds very counterproductive, I'm not gonna lie. I should be asking you, make me care about these sessions. How about that? I find the right answer is not easy. I know that I got him talking. At least there's that. The more he says, the more information I get about him. Let's keep this up. I want to ask you something. I look at him once more and realise that his gaze is fixated on the floor again. I messed up. He's not looking back at me just like before. Maybe he thought he said too much and regrets it. I want to be surprised. It seems very characteristic of his illness. I decide to give him some time. We still have a while, so there's no rush, exactly. He's silent. I look down at my hands on the desk and immediately catch a glimpse of silver. He's glaring at me silently. I don't think it's to intimidate me or anything of the sort. He seems to be very cautious of his surroundings. I raise my head quickly enough to meet his eyes. He freezes. Oh. Keeping my eyes on his for a while, I don't let him look away from me this time. I need to make him maintain some amount of contact with me. I haven't lost him yet. He's not looking away, even though I can tell he'd want to. He shifts in his seat as if attempting to put as much space between us as possible. He's tense. Keep pushing. Like, initially you want to ensure that you're in a comfortable environment, but then when you are comfortable, then really go at it. I keep my eyes on him. Let him know that I won't stop until he talks to me at least. He breaks. Oh. Well, that was progress. Why are you doing that? There's a hint of genuine confusion in his voice. If you want to say something, say it and quit staring at me. I'm not the one who should be talking now. Then why are you even here? Excuse me? A psychologist offers advice to information given to them, not the other way round, William. To help you. And what makes you think I want your help? I'm here because I want to. I choose this, or chose this. I don't think so. I don't need your help. So do what your predecessors did and give up. Nah? It'll be easier for both of us. He falls silent just like before, looking at me. It's clear to me he won't say anything more about that. We still have half an hour, but I don't think he wants to be here any longer than necessary. I give him a moment to calm down before I speak again. We could still talk, but I think I learned everything I needed to for now. You may go back to your room earlier. He nods quickly and stands up. I don't need to tell him twice. After he leaves, I wonder. This surely isn't a typical case. If it was, he wouldn't be here for so long. He said he chose to be here. I wonder what drove him to want to be in this place. Was life outside the hospital really that horrible for him? Yeah, it makes you wonder what his story was before he got here. It doesn't look like I'll learn a lot from him, though. I'm not sure if I have what it takes to get him to trust me. Your character's info screen has been updated. Journal. Characters. Ah, we have a patient. William Moore, 5'9", 1st July, 26 years of age. One of my patients diagnosed with GAD, He's been here for 2 years now. Despite his condition, he refused to cooperate with most staff members. He somewhat cooperates with us, but we still need more time to learn about him. Should I make notes about what I've learned today? Absolutely. Oh, god damn it, I wasn't prepared. I thought the game would make the notes. Now, that was a curveball for me. I wouldn't have thought I needed to actually input something in. I have time for one more patient before my break. Who is it going to be? Charlie. Let's refer to them by their name rather than their condition, because that's a bit rude. I've dealt with schizophrenia before, so I know roughly what to expect. I'm still very curious to meet him, though. A tall young man enters my office. Hi there. Hello. I'm slightly surprised by his cheerfulness, but I smile back at him. Take a seat, please. He listens to me and sits down. He looks around the office, seeming interested in everything other than me. I'm Hart, your new psychologist. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm Charlie. I don't have a last name. He smiles innocently, like he's completely oblivious to how unusual this situation is. His file didn't list his last name, though. It is possible that nobody knows what it is. I'll have to ask about him around the hospital sometime. Why don't you have a last name? I don't know. Why do people always ask me that? Because people always have at least 2 names, their forename and their surname. Yeah, it is suspicious. Although this individual is not as shy as the previous one, so I think we could be just a tad pushy at the start. It's suspicious? Nah. That one? Nah. I don't know. None of them are important. Okay, because it is suspicious then. Huh? Am I suspicious? No, you're not suspicious. It's the fact that you don't have a last name that is suspicious. He must have a name. He just doesn't know it. And somehow the staff hasn't managed to identify him. Very odd. He keeps shifting in his chair like a restless child who wants to run around and play instead of sitting in one place. Well, Sandy has to last some time here with me. With how distracted he is, I doubt I'll get much information out of him. I have to grab his attention somehow. What shall I ask? Live? Yeah. Where did he live before? I mean, that is a broader question than somebody's age, because that's over in 2 seconds. If not that. Where did you live here? Before here? Ah, here we go. We have something here. I don't really know what's outside. I don't remember living anywhere else. I wonder if he has any other conditions besides schizophrenia. It's worse than I thought. He doesn't seem to know anything about himself other than his first name. Could it be because of a permanent memory loss? I can't think of a mental illness that could cause something like that. I'll have to learn more about the circumstances of him being admitted here eventually. How long have you been here? What do you mean? Time-wise, how many days? Or weeks? Or months? Or even years? The other patient's been here for at least 2 years. In this hospital, how long has it been since you came here? I don't understand. I don't remember ever living anywhere else, so I can't tell. This is difficult. How can you not know that? That's a bit too direct. Like, with each of these, like, questions, they come with their own, well, I won't say rewards, but their own benefits and consequences. How can you not know that? Yeah, I thought that might be a little bit. No, I won't ask you any further. Okay, you won't? No. Don't be like that. Bit cheeky there. Oh, at least he can't stay anxious for long. And it looks like he's completely relaxed again. So, despite everything, I want to gather some basic information. You have schizophrenia, right? Yes. Sorry, I just get so excited whenever I can answer a question from you. At least, that's what the doctors told me about my illness. He trails off, realizing that he doesn't even know that for sure. Yeah, because it's like somebody tells you what it is rather than you affirming what it is because you've done your own research on it. I feel sorry for him. He's silent, looking around with an intense expression. This time he doesn't look as restless or distracted as before, but he seems more uncomfortable. Suddenly he turns his head a bit to the right and focuses on something in the distance. I can't quite notice what he's looking at. He looks more depressed than before when he looks at me again. Something must have occurred to him. Trusting the doctors, yay, nay, yay, nay. I mean, yes, but at the same time, we don't want him to heavily rely on the fact that you always have to take everything that they say to heart. Like, when it comes to advice, yes, but when it comes to, like, different opinions and stuff, that is something of you to choose. Stay silent. You can trust the doctors. You think so? Yeah, I'm sure of it. They only want to help you. He thinks for a moment before his eyes light up suddenly. No one ever told me otherwise, so it must be true. Thank you so much. More the heart there. I have no idea he would react so emotionally. I suppose I was right to say that. Yeah, in other timelines, I was like, nah, that's not the case whatsoever. I glanced at the time. We just have a few more minutes. Charlie, it was nice to talk to you. I think we're running out of time for today. Really? And I was hoping we could talk for longer. Maybe some other time. I'll see you again soon. Yay, thank you for talking to me, Flarina. He leaves with a cheerful smile. I wonder, his file isn't technically wrong, but he doesn't seem to be just schizophrenic. There's something wrong about his memory as well. Or maybe he's choosing to hide it, not to mention his mood swings and lack of understanding of the situation. This will be a tough patient to deal with, yeah. It's kind of like a huge curveball there. But at least he was nice to me. That should make him a bit easier to interact with. Curveball as in it could go one way or another way. Charlie, what a unique case. No, I don't wanna. It's time for my midday break, because I literally thought that the psychologist would automatically make notes rather than the game suggesting to you to make notes yourself manually. Anything added into the journal? Okay, Charlie. First name Charlie, last name we don't know. 6'1", 23? Question mark. One of my patients diagnosed with schizophrenia. He seems friendly and normal compared to other patients, but he can't provide any information about his past and doesn't seem to realize the problem. Exactly. If we can't learn of his past, then we can't really learn of what kind of person that he was outside of this hospital. I look out the window. I want to keep having sessions, but I'm really not sure if I'm doing everything right. Should I really be jumping headfirst into this? I don't think I was really prepared for today, but still, I definitely don't regret applying for this job. Charlie wasn't really troublesome or stressful, but interacting with him was frustrating in a way. He was nice to me and I didn't really feel uncomfortable with him, but he's just so distracted. Well, I'm here to help. William. I guess I don't have many reasons to complain. I wasn't particularly surprised that he didn't trust me at first, but I really hope it will pass eventually. If he never opens up, I won't be able to help him. Oh, and just like that, my break is nearly over. Finally. I have 2 more patients to get through, so I have to choose again. Who'll it be this time? Michael! I'm not sure why, but his file disturbs me a bit. I feel slightly anxious about meeting him in person, so I have to do my best. Indeed, a patient enters my office. I freeze for a second. They weren't kidding when they wrote about restraining him at all times. I jump up from my seat and close the door behind him. I notice he's barely taller than me. Whoa. Sitting down by my desk again, I finally have the chance to look at him more closely. I can't see his eyes, but I can tell he's staring at me the whole time. I take a deep breath. I'm safe. He can't hurt me. Stay calm. Just start talking. I'm Hart, your new psychologist. I hope our sessions will be beneficial to you. He's silent for a while and I have no idea what to expect. I hope you leave this place in one piece. Wow, okay, is that meant to be a warning, Michael? It would be a shame for you to give up so quickly if it ended up scratching you a bit. I wouldn't question as to what it could be. Don't stoop to his level. I don't give up easily. Or... Oh. You can't hurt me? He leans a bit closer to me. I still can't see his eyes, but he's glaring at me. Yeah, I felt like that other one wasn't good. Even because that heart literally bursted out. Or can I? You seem to be shivering already and I wasn't even trying. I hold my breath. I'm not afraid of him. I need to ask him something. I should be one in control here. I need to make him understand that. But how can I do that if I don't even believe in it myself? Come on, Flarina. I put my hands on my desk and look at him. His smile widens a bit. So, Michael. How long have you been here for? I notice that his eyes are an unnaturally gold shade. That's odd. Focus, I need to focus. 3 years. Maybe more. He sounds as if he generally doesn't care. How can he be so indifferent to his time spent here? Is it possible that he really doesn't care about what happens to him? Or is he just pretending not to care? I honestly can't tell. I feel like the longer the patient's here, the more difficult it is to break their cycle. That's another difficult one. Because, like, what do you say about this? What do you say to a person of this kind of nature? I don't know. Okay, you don't want to leave. It's not a question of what I want, really. I can't leave this place just like that. If I could, though, I would probably want to. That again. Maybe that the first answer I put there would be beneficial, but there we go. One that made the heart burst, like, initially, before that bar came up on the right. He seems to have given up, though. In a moment of silence, I finally get a good look at him. I don't actually think these were still in use. Well, in this case, it seems somewhat justified. I had to close the door behind him earlier. It must be difficult to be restrained like this at all times. I look at his face again. He doesn't seem to be bothered by not having his hands free. What are you thinking so hard about? I collect myself quickly. Your file states that you've hurt staff members. Is that so? His eyes light up. My file? I was always curious what they wrote about me. Could you... No. Nah, keep it. You have no need to see this file. It's for staff members only. And besides, he could be plotting something. I'm keeping a safe distance between us just in case. He leans back in his chair. If that's how it is. Come on, you were going to ask me something. The file says you attacked staff members before. Is that true? Yeah, sounds about right. They didn't think to tie me up when I first got here because they probably didn't know what kind of outlashes you would have. Now they've learnt more, he laughs. I'm slightly disturbed. It seems that he's restrained for a reason. I think they thought that. I was in shock. Something like that. You don't regret doing that? That's what I'm thinking. No. How can you blame the people trying to help you? No. Would you do it again? Yikes. I don't know. I can't really predict that, but I probably would. Yeah, that is interesting. Because it feels like he has some kind of multiple personality disorder. One moment he is casual, chill. The next moment he's like a ravenous beast. I'm silent for another moment and I glance outside. By the looks of it, it seems to be late. I should be wrapping this up. We don't have much time left. I get up to lead him outside. Thank you for answering my questions. I will see you again soon. I shut the door behind him hurriedly. That was stressful, yeah. I don't really know how to handle him, and I feel a bit uncomfortable after interacting with him. I guess there's nothing I can do about it either way, but he scares me a little. Nope, 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 sorry. Right, Michael Burnett. 5'7", 26, 9th of June. One of my patients diagnosed with obsessive-compulsive disorder. He's been here for 3 years. Most patients and staff members claim to be unsettled by him due to his extremely aggressive nature that's caused multiple incidences, and most likely caused at least one person to leave the hospital, which is not surprising. Like a huge amount of psychological pain, that is, as well as physical pain. Tom. Oh, this is multiple personality, sorry. But it just seems like he switches from one kind of mode to another. Dissociative identity disorder. So multiple personalities. His file says he has 3 of them. I wonder which ones I'll meet today, damn. A man around my age enters the office and closes the door behind me. Tom Richards, please take a seat. Hi there. He also has, heterochromia as well. He looks at me with a hint of mistrust, but comes closer to sit by the other side of my desk. So you're the new psychologist? Yes, I'm flaring the Hart. A moment of slightly awkward silence is enough to urge me to say something. I would say tell something about yourself. Nope. You're 3? No. How are you today? None of them. So we'll go with that one. What are you trying to do? I won't be able to help you if you don't tell me anything. Help me? Listen. I'm not the one who needs to be here. There is nothing wrong with me. Why do you doctors never understand that? His behavior feels odd to me. What have I done to anger him so much? Regardless, I stay calm. You wouldn't be here if there was nothing wrong with you. It's not about me. It's them who are the problem. The other ones. They ruined my life, and now I'm told by all of you that they need help. They don't need stuff. Wow. Okay, Tom, that's not nice. Or which Tom are we talking to? Both you and they need my help. You aren't here because of me, exactly. You're here in this office because of me, but in this specific situation, both you and they need my help. My goal is to help all 3 of you, and I don't plan to be subjective. Purple Heart. How can you say that? I was the first one. They're just the illness. Nobody is an illness when it comes to their physical presence. Their psychological presence could be, but this is a place to not judge. You need to calm down. We won't be able to have a normal conversation if you don't. If you try to prove that you're perfectly sane, be rational about this. And now you're blaming me? He glares at me suddenly. Why do you even work here? Is it just for money? No. I'm speechless. Does he really think that's why I'm here, trying to help him? I only work here because I want to help people like you. Like me? What are people like me like? Troubled. Hurt. I think those are the only 2 I can really see as viable options. But I would say troubled is the safest word, I would say. Troubled in a way. Not annoying, not stubborn. I mean, that's very specific. And also, it's opinionated if you are considered annoying by someone else or stubborn by someone else. I'm going to go with troubled in this case. Hurt. I believe people like you are simply hurt. Maybe fate wasn't too kind to you. Okay. He looks away from me, and I can tell I was right. There's a glimpse of pain in his eyes for just a moment. It was only a guess. Either way, I think I just learned something important. Shut up. What? I froze, shocked by a sudden outburst. I'm done with all this. This is some sick joke. Hospitals, doctors, therapy. Who are you taking me for? Look at me. Do I deserve to be treated like some psychopath? Only if you are acting like a psychopath. You're here, so you do. Well, be quiet. That's not good. Like, that's not going to achieve us anywhere. Like it or not, you are ill. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Yeah. Please lower your voice. Yelling at me won't solve anything. A while passed in silence. I wonder if Tom is rethinking what just happened. I look at the nearest clock. If I want to meet all my patients before I finish work today, I should end this first session soon. We're running out of time. Thank you for talking to me. He doesn't seem to be listening to me. I'll see you again soon. You're not planning to help me after all, right? What do you mean? I don't belong here. No matter what you tell me, I'm better than all these delusional madmen. And who told you that? I think just saying that makes you worse. Yeah. So that's how it is. You really are all the same. It's hopeless then. He leaves my office, and I close the door behind him, exhaling loudly. To be honest, I was definitely unprepared to be yelled at by a patient. What a strange case. Sane for the most part, but still trapped here. I would feel sorry for him if he wasn't so angry from the start. He overreacted, but on his own he doesn't seem particularly troubled. I decided to assume his two alters are as sane as him. I hope I get to meet them soon. Yikes. Should I make notes about what I've learned today? No. That seems to be everyone. I'm a little tired after today, but that's okay. It's been a while since I've poured this much energy into something. I really don't want to mess this up. I pack my things and leave, locking my office as I was instructed to. While passing by my patient's room, I can't help but glance at them. I spot Charlie smiling and waving at me. Michael is staring at me in silence like he did before. Tom doesn't even notice me passing by his room. William obviously saw me but avoids my eyes, so I look away quickly. And that's all of them. My patients. It feels kind of overwhelming to work with them at least. Still, Charlie seems friendly enough, but it's clear to me he's far from sane. Tom blamed me for something that wasn't my fault. Being around Michael unsettles me, and William doesn't seem to want my help. Looking back at all these sessions today, I don't think any of them will be particularly easy to work with, but that's okay. Upon leaving the hospital, a thought occurs to me. What if I'm doing something wrong? Am I too excited about this job to be focused? Well, have I messed up already? No, it can't be. Otherwise you would have been fired by now. Come on, it's only been one day. I shouldn't be so harsh on myself. I'll figure everything out when the time comes. And until tomorrow, I can only hope for the best, exactly. Yeah, that's it. When will we meet Dr. Sharp P again? Still, the confusion lingers in my mind as I reach my house. Have I really done everything right? We can't turn back the hands of the clock, so we can only do what we can do. What is this? Am I dreaming? Oh my, okay. You will occasionally experience dreams or nightmares. These dreams may be yours, or may belong to someone you know. Understanding their meaning and cause might be beneficial to your quest, and at times even crucial. While these dreams do not directly affect your story, making the wrong choices and turning a dream into a nightmare will have a negative impact on your sanity. Your sanity starts out normal, but can decrease. Oh gosh. Once your sanity reaches 0, you will be unfit to continue your quest. You can judge how low your sanity is by your behavior after a dream. If you turn the gauge meters on, you will also see the amount of sanity you have left after each dream. If you want a happy ending, take care of your sanity. Quite obvious, isn't it? Exactly. That is definitely something in which would be beneficial towards our survival. And for us to have a job. Flarina. Flarina. A voice. Who is it? Hi there? Flarina, you here? The voice is fading in and out. Who are you? Where am I? Flarina. Flarina. Somebody from our past? I know you. Your name. What is her name? I can't remember. Flarina, remember. Remember what happened. What happened? Don't give up. Don't give up? What kind of memories? No, wait! Flarina, Be careful. November 2nd. Week 1, Tuesday. You are liked. And our sanity hasn't moved, so that is a thing. But maybe there just was not any decisions to make within that dream. 7 a.m. my alarm clock woke me up. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I had a dream. Whatever. I won't remember it now either way. I felt oddly relaxed today. Like, I shouldn't worry about yesterday. Don't give up. Exactly. You can't give up yet. I'm going to get to work and do my best. It'll turn out alright as long as I try. No, you do your best. With newfound determination, I head to work once again, knowing what is waiting for me ahead. It's a sunny day like yesterday. I hum on my way to work, which will help me soothe down when we get into the thick of things. I arrive in my office on time. I guess I really overreacted yesterday. I should keep a cool head today and do my best. Your location info screen has been updated. How comes, location-wise? Home? Reception. The first room in the hospital. There's always a nurse watching the front door to make sure nobody who shouldn't be here enters. Reception is connected to a security room for a locked door where guards watch the cameras. Good. Oh, I didn't need to do that. More. Cafeteria. The place where patients eat their meals, it gets a little busy around noon, but otherwise it's mostly empty, save for certain nurses who had made it their hangout spot. Okay. Patient's room. There are 18 patient rooms that open to this hallway and another, isolated one that connects to the nurse's office at the end of it. Room 21. Most nurses can rarely actually be found in the office since they spend most of their workday doing various tasks around the hospital. Most patients can roam the areas accessible to them freely, while some, deemed dangerous, can only leave their rooms under supervision. The patient rooms get locked for the night so that nobody wanders around with only the night guard present. Yeah, because one person against a huge amount of patients is no good whatsoever. They can only deal with 1 or 2 at a time. Central Hall. This part of the hospital was never altered over years. While it may seem pointless to use up so much space with no clear functionality, the hall has a clear role, lighting the atmosphere around the hospital with much needed daylight. The hall opens to the 3rd floor and connects to most areas on the 2nd floor, so people pass through there often. To connect to the other parts of the building, that would be wise. Offices. There are 4 psychologist offices, numbered from 1 to 4 minus 3. The psychiatrist offices, number 5 to 7, connect to the other side of a hallway. Office 5 belongs to Sharpie. This hallway also ends with a staircase leading up to a 3rd floor. Patients don't tend to pass through here unless they're waiting for a session, as the staircase is locked. In case if one of the patients decided to try and jump off the steps. That's why you have those staircases locked. Also, I think the reason why staircases are very claustrophobic is so that if you're walking down with a patient, there's a lack of room for them to be able to try and run away and try and jump off the steps. The hospital. It is 1863. Established in 1863 to house patients from the nearby city, this hospital is long past its glory days. Understaffed and crowded, it houses around 30 patients, while originally built as a small facility of up to 12. Run by the local church of St. Augustine, the institution has long since passed into scarier hands as the church lost followers, going from one more of less involved owners to the next. It's currently in the hands of some well-off businessman whose name escapes me. The hospital has long been the subject of unfounded rumors typical of mental health facilities. Some people say that once you are admitted, you can't leave. It's obviously not true and only serves to feed the grudge many people already have against the institution. Yikes. Surely there have been people that have left, sorry. Right, the town of Augustine. This town was built in the mid-19th century by the Church of St. Augustine. For a long time it was run by the local priests along with a hospital until it shifted to be under government control. It is currently a small town occupied mostly by older folk who refuse to leave for the city and the staff of the local hospital. Indeed, the woods. The Dawn-Bright Woods is a small forest that surrounds the hospital. The name is older than any local settlement. The forest used to be much larger and spread far to the north and east, but has since been split into two by the town of Augustine and the hospital, the western half getting the name Sunset Forest, much of which was cut down in the construction of the main road and the expansion of the city. God damn it, deforestation! The forest, much like the hospital, is the subject of many unlikely rumours, some older townsfolk even claiming that it's the home of evil spirits. Okay, just because it's nearby a hospital does not mean that it's also a mental asylum in the woods themselves. Okay, save and go into things. I only have time for 2 patients, so it would be wise to choose carefully and pick the 2 I want to interact with the most. Like Dr. Sharpie told me yesterday, I should plan my sessions carefully so I don't neglect anyone. Your day at work will consist of multiple sessions with patients of your choice. While your schedule is completely up to you, some things are not advised. Spending 2 or more sessions a day with the same patient. Spending no sessions with any of the patients. Exactly. You need to be able to diverse your patients out rather than just pick on the same one. But if the game allows you to have that option, then in other cases, in which I'm not going to do right now, I will try and hone down and focus on a particular patient. You're encouraged to focus on one patient at a time, so choose one you will try to help first and spend as much time as possible with them, without neglecting the others. Of course, you may try different paths. Maybe you would like to just try to spend an equal amount of sessions with everyone, but why would you do that? What? Did you notice that you can take notes about your patients after a session? Your notes are completely private and you have no obligation to make them. It's just a way to make your life a lot easier. How? Enter the characters menu anytime you would like and navigate to a patient's info screen. You can view all the notes you've made about them there. God damn it, I should have typed something. But I don't. I'm a bad psychologist. I almost said the wrong one there. Understood. One patient at a time. You say without neglecting others, but then you write in italics an equal amount of sessions with everyone, but why would you do that? I thought that was the idea, like diversing our time between all of them equally. Who should I meet today? I'm gonna go... Oh, gosh. I'm gonna go with our lad William. William enters my office slowly. I look at him, unsure of what to say after last time. It's good to see you again. Take a seat. Dr. Hart? I wanted to mention something regarding last time. Oh? I acted too harshly towards you. It was uncalled for. I should expect him to apologise for any of that, but I'm glad he did. It's fine, really. I understand that everyone has worse days sometimes. He leans back in his chair, seeming slightly calmer than before. Great. I hope you never have to see any of that again. Only time will tell. It wasn't that bad, was it? Either way, I'm sure I won't have any trouble working with him from now on. So, William... I glanced at him. Actually, is it okay for me to use your first name? He nods. That's not a problem for me. How are you today? I thought it might be good to start off with something simple, trying not to make him anxious. Same as always. Nothing noteworthy besides being tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. Why is that? Did something happen? No, it's just that... there are things in my head that keep me up at night. Dreams? Nightmares? I see. Is that all you want to know? Details. Let's go into details, William. I don't think he trusts me enough to go into detail about that. It is... Now... What are you actually so afraid of? Yeah. Has anyone here threatened you or treated you badly? That's not the role of a doctor here, but if that's the case, then that's no good. Although badly and, badly as in from the individualistic perspective of the patient, as in badly because they're being restrained or something like that because of the way they're acting, that can be seen as bad, but not bad, but bad as in like the R word. Anyways, what are you actually so afraid of? Has anyone here threatened you or treated you badly? There we go. There's something there. No, I don't think so. If you asked that regarding me being unable to sleep last night, then no. It's not the other patients here I'm so unsettled by. How do you feel about living here? How am I supposed to feel? I stay here because it's the only place someone like me should be. Interesting choice of words. It's not as bad as I imagined it before I got here, though. I suppose it could be worse. It's as good as any place that can be for me. Though being amidst here forced me to quit university, I guess it's still for the best. Yeah, what were you studying? Like, keep a friendly chat going, honestly. That's a good thing for all of us. What were you studying? Oh, physics. Shame. Okay. Wonder why that's the choice. I agree. It would be risky to pretend like there was no problem and try to keep acting like a normal person, I guess. Whatever his life used to be like, he's here now and seems to accept it. Listen, I know that our first session wasn't a good start, but I really think we can work together to help you if you trust me enough. I'm not asking you to tell me everything right now. Of course, all I want to know is, do you think I'm the right person for it? I'm sure you've already had at least a couple of psychologists and yet you're still here. I just don't want to be the one to fail you. Do you think you can handle trusting me enough? Eventually, sorry. He sighed for a moment. I'll try. That is the most important part. It won't be easy for me, but maybe if you keep doing what you're doing, you can get somewhere with this. Thank you, William. I'll do my best, I promise. It's way too early to give up on him. Exactly. Sure, 2 years here is a long time, but I believe I can help him. I have hope for him. Exactly. Thank you for being honest with me. He nods, but looks away from me. I should ask him something else. Do you ever get visited here? Friends? Family? Do you have any? No. I don't. Well then. Doesn't anyone know that you're here? Doesn't that make you feel lonely here? Yeah, because over time, if nobody ever sees you, then you would feel isolated and cut off from the world in a way. Why would everyone leave you like that? Difficult choices. Yeah, doesn't that make you feel lonely here, Dr. Hart? If the solution to loneliness was spending time with people, my life would be a lot easier. And before you got here, did you maintain contact with your parents? He chuckles. What's so funny? It would be quite difficult to keep in touch. There is that. Oh. Yeah, what exactly happened? Damn. Regular accident? How old? Yeah, what happened? Just a regular accident. I was told I was lucky to have survived, though. I'm drawing conclusions way too quickly here, but whatever happened after his parents' death may have caused his illness. Are you okay? I didn't mean to pressure you. I'll live. It's not like sharing that with you changes anything. Judging by the time, I should be leaving around now. He's right. If you excuse me for today, Dr. Hart. He gets up and opens the door to leave. I'll see you again soon, William. Goodbye. He leaves. Should I make notes about what I've learnt today? No, this could be a noteless route. If there's such a thing as a noteless route. Today's session took longer than yesterday, so it's already time for my break. Since I want to get close to the patients, I decide to see where they spend the breaks. Okay, I end up on the first floor and notice a large group of patients outside. Taking advantage of the weather, I decide to join them. A nurse I don't recognise greets me politely. I look around. All patients are interacting in small groups that seem occupied with something. Okay. It seems really dangerous just to have a set of woods out there, though. Wait. I spot one young girl sitting on her own, looking down. She seems so lonely. I approach her. Hi. She looks at me puzzled. You are? I'm a psychologist, flaring the Hart. Figures. Only you guys are weird enough. What's your name? Why do you care? Just give up and look for someone more entertaining. I think you're entertaining enough for me. You really are a pain. You won't give up, right? I shake my head. I'm not sure where this interaction would lead, but I surely won't give up. Fine. You can talk if you want. I wonder what I should talk about. She doesn't seem willing to start a conversation. By the way, it's Elizabeth, my name. It's nice to meet you, Elizabeth. Ugh, don't call me that. It sounds weird when people say that. What should I call you then? Elizzy? You is fine. What? No, thank you. What's your illness? Called it schizoid personality disorder. Don't ask me what the hell that stands for, and if you know, good for you, don't care. Wow. How old are you? Pretty sure I'm 20. Haven't seen you here yet. You new? This is actually my second day of work here. Thought so. Do you usually spend breaks like this? Breaks? Doctors have breaks now, right? Yep. If I have free time, I'm alone. You probably figured as much. But I thought today I'll do something different. I don't know. Well, something different came along to you, Elizabeth. Do you have friends among other patients? Friends? Me and friendship? Nah. Thankfully never happened. Don't really like other people. But you're still here talking to me. Are you implying we're friends now? No. Not at all. You seem quite talkative for someone who doesn't like people. Do I? Maybe it's just because you're a psychologist and I got used to talking with them already. You all have a similar way of trying to interrogate me about my problems. Do they teach you that or what? Wow. Not really. I guess it comes with practice. You practicing right now? You could say that. I hope it brought you some satisfaction then, or whatever you wanted from me. Your break is nearly over now. You should probably go. I had a good time. At least you did. Wow. Well, see you around, Flarina. That's Dr. Hart to you. I walk back inside, thinking about the strange girl I just met. Character info has been updated. So that would be Elizabeth. Yeah, she does seem to dislike being around people. Okay, I think, folks, we're going to leave it off here for today. Man, it gets quite heavy at times, and you don't know which decision to make until you get to see the gauge go up. Like, that's kind of cheesing your way for it, because in real life you would think about what you want to say and then go with it, whereas in a game you can cheese your way for it by seeing if the gauge goes up at all, and if it doesn't, then you haven't made the right decision, or if all of them don't lift the gauge up, then it's based on what you think would be the best outcome. So, thank you so much for watching, guys, and we shall see each other in the next time around. Definitely a very interesting game, but also one which could get even, well, will get even heavier as time goes on, because of all the different warnings we were given at the beginning of the game. We are definitely going to be in for a very bumpy ride in certain cases. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves.